feel like I've come home. I was just looking, I was like, my school card goes to PFP. Alan Gray is, they're my guys. I bought my beautiful Toyota from McCarthy. And so seriously, and it really does feel like I'm at home, because what Brunt was sharing just resonated so deeply in my heart, not only for leadership, but for life. And I'm deeply moved today. One of the things, I was looking at celebrating leadership and motivation. And yes, I'm a joy activist and laughter coach, but why am I that person? It's because stress is the #1 killer in the world. And what does stress do? It attacks leadership. It attacks motivation. It attacks inspiration. We were looking at, the things that I can speak about, and, involvement. When you are stressed, you are shut down. You're not involved. When you're stressed, it shuts your brain down. You lose your creativity. And when you're stressed, you cannot operate at an optimal level. And as leaders in schools and whatever organization, stress is your greatest enemy, being the #1 killer in the world. And we need to learn how to manage our stress. I did a video, just a quick video the other day, and I said, I'm dead serious about what I do. Because people think a laughter coach and a joy activist, and it's like, woohoo. And you know what? No. We need the stuff. This is serious stuff. Because you've got to make a difference in the lives of the people around you. And if you're under stress, your relationships suffer, your work suffers. Our economy loses billions and billions of rand every year due to physical and mental illness. And it boils down to stress. The top 6 killers are stress related. And I know I came here to make you laugh and smile, and I will do that. But I want you to understand why it's so important. Because if I stood up here and told you a few jokes and you laughed, you would go home and go back to normal. And I don't want you to ever be normal again. And I think after that, nobody's going to be normal again. We're going to be extraordinary. So somebody said they laughed, had a good belly laugh. Who was that? You. Just yesterday. Anybody else had a good belly laugh lately? Anybody heard a good joke lately? I'm not going to ask you to tell it. You had a good joke. Okay, well, that's good. I think one of the greatest lies that we believe is that we have to wait for funny. There's not enough funny in the world. And what I find funny, it might not make you laugh. In fact, it won't. I've got this weird sense of humor. But a baby is born, and at a certain point a baby will smile and start to laugh. And the baby's not lying there going, boy, that was funny. The baby is laughing because we are created with this gift of laughter. We are created with this beautiful gift. And literally, in a nutshell, and because we don't have enough time, laughter is the antidote to stress. Literally, it shifts our chemistry, it changes our chemistry. So when people say that laughter is good medicine, it's because it changes our chemistry and it dilutes the stress chemistry, which is poison. But we just don't laugh enough. And so today we're going to learn to laugh again without any jokes or comedy. And some of you are looking very serious. So what I want you to do is I want you to put your hands in front of your mouth like this. And I want you to pull your hands to your mouth, put a smile on, and tie it in a knot 4 times. And I'm checking. I want to see your teeth. You can drop your hands. Now, do you know that we're created with this incredible thing that God created provided us with two-way communication between our mouth and our brain. So when we're happy, our brain tells our mouth to smile. So we'll walk around smiling. But if you're miserable, like if you are not a morning person, or if something happens and you don't feel like smiling, if you just put that smile on, your upturned mouth will tell your brain that you're happy. And you'll start feeling happy. And do you know that we mimic other people's expressions? We have a mirror neuron in our brain. So if I frown at you, you're going to frown back. But if I smile at you, you have to smile back because your brain is saying smile. And when you smile, your body starts releasing endorphins, which are what we call our happy juice. And laughter is like a turbocharged boost of endorphins. I don't do enough for PFP. I would love to do so much more, but my first engagement, I went and spoke at a school in Davyton, and we did this incredible laughter session. And at the end of the session, the principal was walking around going like this. And I said, Johanna, what are you doing? She says, no, I can't do this. I said, really? She said, no, I'm booked for an operation in my shoulder. And that was, I think, almost 3 years ago. And she never had an operation. There's healing power in joy and laughter. And what happens is when you're laughing, those endorphins are a natural painkiller. So I think let's just do, are you available to do some laughter?
All the way.
All the way. Okay, is that everybody? Now, this is going to be difficult because I'm going to ask you to stand. And before you do, I'm not very tall, so you might not see me. So just look in this general direction and do what I'm doing, okay? If you have any pain in your body, put your hand up high. Put your hand up high. Now, would you just take a look around the room? Just look around the room and look at the number of people that have some sort of pain in their bodies. Put your hands down. We're going to laugh it off. Now, remember, kids laugh, do you know they laugh between 300 and 500 times a day? And then we tell them, don't laugh at the table, don't laugh in the classroom. Stop behaving like a child. Take that smile off your face. This is my favorite, when the kids are playing and an adult, a very wise adult, comes along and goes, it's going to end in tears. We condition the laughter out of the children, and we become adults who are anxious, stressed, and depressed, not coping with life. So we're going to become like children today. Children are good for, they laugh all the time, so we're going to learn to laugh. Now, a couple of things. We're going to do a couple of warm-ups, and now take off your adult hat and throw it on the ground, and put your child hat on. There you go. All right. Now, we do 3 warm-ups, and the first warm-up is the International Laughter Chorus. I'm going to show it to you once, and we're going to do it all together twice. It goes like this. Very good, very good, yay! All together twice. Very good, yay! Very good, yay! You guys look amazing. All right, take 3 deep breaths in for me. Breathe in and out, and in and out, and in and out. Okay, so there's a bit of breathing like this. When you do that, you're not filling your lungs. So we're going to do what we call the pump. So you pump down twice, you go ho, ho, and then you go out twice, ha, ha. So we're going to do that for a little while, all together. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ho, Okay, I have a volunteer, Mr. Augustus, and we're going to do a few laughter exercises, just so that you know they're not funny, but you're going to laugh anyway. And the exercises are not the point is the laughter. And the first exercise, we're looking at each other, is a greeting laugh. So we shake once, hopefully you can see, we shake once, we shake twice, and then we wave. Okay, did you all see that? Yes. All right, but here's what's important. Does anybody know Caroline Leaf?
Yes.
She's a neuroscientist, and she proves all this stuff. She's just amazing. She says a really good belly laugh almost instantaneously reduces levels of stress hormones. So when you have a belly laugh, and I promise you I didn't choose him for the belly. I chose him because he had a good, aching belly laugh yesterday. When you have a belly laugh, the belly jiggles. So the left hand goes on the belly, that goes on the belly, so that jiggles, all right? So now we're going to show it to you again, but as we're doing it, we're laughing. We're going to do it, and then you're going to greet everybody around you with the greeting laughter. Okay, so this is how it goes. Okay. What happened to the smiles? Okay, now greet each other, and listen, it's all about the laughter. So the laughter must reverberate off the roof. So you can greet everybody around She's watching the time. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you some gifts to take home. And the first one, if you just hold your hand up like this, you all know what dental floss is, right? Yes. Now, this is called mental floss. You check it out. It's there. It does two things. It clears out the negative thinking. Do you know that negative thoughts are literally poison in your body? Yeah. So it clears out the negative thinking, and it also clears out the adult in your body. So what you do is you put it in one ear, and you pull it out the other ear, and as you're flossing, you're laughing. Come on, Level, you can do it. Out. In it you've got a little tube. It's very small. It never runs out. You can give it away. Open it up, put a few drops in, close it up, put it in your pocket. The most important thing is it's laughter cream. So as you apply it, it makes you okay, rub your hands together because it works all over the body. All right, one more time. Left hand out. In it you have a little tub of pills. Now, children don't need pills, but we clearly do. These are laughter pills. So take one, pop it in and see how long you can make it last. Okay, take 3 pills. I want you to throw them in the air at one time, catch them with your mouth, and then laugh. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, take your handfuls. You can't overdose on these. Now you're going to put them all in at one time, all together. Very good, very good, yay! Very good, very good, yay! Just check your bodies for me and put your hand up if you've had any kind of pain relief. Put your hand up if you've had pain relief. Everybody up high. Now look around. Is anybody completely pain-free now? Pain-free? Yes. Seriously? Good medicine. Good medicine. I at Sepetu, they started doing because I did all the staff, the laughter with the staff. They started taking into the classroom with the children. The children took it home to the community. And the report of difference it made in that community is incredible. This is a gift that God has given each one of us, this gift of laughter. And one of my favorite scriptures is that the joy of the Lord is my strength. And so we need to live with that reality. We must use this gift because it will truly change your life. If you can laugh for 20 minutes a day, you will change your life. How are we doing for time? Okay. I want you to do just one more thing for me. I want you to put your hands on your tummies, that jiggly belly thing, and I want you to do with me a crescendo laugh. So when you're not supposed to laugh in class. It's a bit embarrassing when you're the teacher when you try not to laugh. Eh? But you start silent, that. So we're going to start with silent laughter, and then we're going to get louder and louder and louder. And has anybody still got pain? Anybody still got some pain? You've got a bit of pain still? You've got some pain. Okay, so from you guys, I want some really seriously good laughter. Okay, so starting silent, every time I point up, you're going to get louder. Okay, so. The hashtag thing I love, and I know PFP and Symphonia, I think it was PFP who won an international award for social media. I think it's just amazing. But one of the things that in the last couple of years is, fees must fall, and this must fall, and that must fall, hashtag, everything must fall. And you know what? If everything falls, what's left? We must hashtag hope must rise. South Africa must rise. We have so much to be thankful for in our nation. And so I started the Joy Revolution. And in fact, 4 years ago today, we had a joy procession through the streets of Joyburg. And if you go on, it's joyburg.coza. You know what? And just in closing, I wanted to share a few of the foundations for joy. Things like our thinking. I mentioned that every thought has chemistry. Every negative thought has poison. We need to hold captive our thoughts. We need to watch our words. Life and death in the power of the tongue. We need to speak life. And so Joyburg is about calling out the gold in our city. So and that's the greater Joyburg area. So I don't live in Joburg, I live in Joyburg. And you know what, whatever it looks like right now, we can speak a new reality into existence. God created with His words. So we speak life. When we're thankful, do you know that you cannot be thankful and fearful at the same time? Gratitude will drive out the fear. So when we're thankful, it changes our chemistry, literally. There's a few others. One of the most important things is about forgiveness. Max Lucado said, forgiveness is like opening the prison door to set someone free and realizing you were the prisoner. When we forgive, we set ourselves free. And it's not about a feeling. Forgiveness is not about a feeling. It's about a decision, about setting yourself free to live your best life. So we need to, and all these things I said earlier to you guys, I think none of it's rocket science. It's all basic fundamentals of life. Laugh more. Mark Twain said, the human race has one really effective weapon, and that is laughter. Against the assault of laughter, nothing can stand. And if stress is the #1 killer in the world, we need to take up our weapon of laughter, our weapon of joy. As I say, I've started this revolution, and it's sort of going very slowly. I wish I could show you the video about the Joyburg. So if you go onto Joyburg, you can actually see this video. But each one of us, and as Brun said, as leaders, we need to lead ourselves before we can learn to lead others. And start you leading yourself in joy and laughter. Start taking your medicine. Like I say, just 20 minutes of laughter a day. Start your day at school with laughter. They've done, in India, they do a lot of laughter in schools. And they found the learners are far more, they can retain the knowledge that the educators are imparting to them. The educators are less stressed because the laughter has changed their chemistry. The school principals, their lives are better because they aren't as stressed. And I can't imagine the stress levels in our education system. I want to go to every single school. I mean, I want to go to Parliament and teach them how, and be servant leaders. We owe it to ourselves, we owe it to the future, the children, the generations that follow, to start living our best lives. And if we just start with this thing called laughter, how much will we save in terms of our health, in terms of our relationships? People used to say, you know, when I leave school, I'll be happy, and when I get a job, I'll be happy, and when I get a car, I'll be happy, and when I get married, I'll be happy, and we're waiting for the big things to be happy. And actually, studies show that life is only 10% of what happens, and 90% how we respond. When attitude is right, there is no barrier too high, no valley too deep that we cannot overcome when our attitude is right. And so we choose life, we choose to be happy, we choose laughter. And with it, because it's contagious, we can impact those around us. Our happiness can impact to 7 degrees the people around us. So I want to encourage you to join the Joy Revolution, to live in Joyburg. And you can get all the information on the website, joyburg.co.za. Hope must rise. Yeah. South Africa must rise. And as educators and leaders, everything stands and falls on leadership. So I want to encourage you, lead joyfully, lead in laughter, lead in a way that your people will rise up. Hashtag South Africa will rise. Just in final closing, I want us to release one final roar of laughter. Okay, you can all stay seated, but remember the belly laugh. Where's my mate? You're going to release a roar of laughter, but I want an extended roar. Okay, so 1, 2, 3.